Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to our webinar, which will allow us to master Copilot on Microsoft 365 applications, or let's say main applications. This webinar is brought to you by Microsoft and Technology. Before we begin, I'd like to know and assess the joiners of this webinar, whether you've used AI tools before, generative AI tools. That's not the actual question because you've all used ChatGPT, but the actual question is, have you used Copilot? Did we get the chance to try any version of Copilot? Yeah, the summit, I remember. All right. Well, today you'll get the chance to see it, at least. And I'll explain to you how to get your hands into Copilot, and we'll see different capabilities of Copilot. But quick check. Do you see my screen? Do you hear me clearly? All good at your end? Yeah. Edison. We got Edison here is a GPT, is a generative AI pro. It's like I've tried them all, I know them all. Which one do you prefer more, Edison? Grok is nice, isn't it? Yeah,
GPT, I think so far.
yeah. That's the Facebook for those guys, right? Because it's the first. So today we'll compare between Copilot and ChatGPT in terms of data security and data privacy. But Abdul Samad, you tried Grok as well? Grok 3, the third version? We will talk about Excel, Al-Anud. Yes, we will. We will. Of the some of the free version. All right, all right. You see, all of these different generative AI tools, they kind of provide similar result and similar experience. The difference is in the training data, their exposure, the number of parameters, and we say number of parameters or tokenization that happens within the model. That actually refers to the memory of the model. Yeah. But today we want to talk about Copilot, which is unlike all of them. This is part now of your daily outlook to Excel, PowerPoint, Word, and so on. So goodbye to the time where you have to go to another tool, generate content over there, and then bring it to Microsoft 365. You get to have AI capabilities within your daily applications. Yeah. I bet none of those applications, for instance, has the ability to access your Outlook. Yeah. And then within your Outlook, having such a long thread provide you with the capability to summarize it with a click of a button. So the minute I click on an Arabic text, I get my summary in English, and it allows me quickly to catch up, yeah, with previous conversations. and so on. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about bringing AI to closer to you. Your personal assistant now is working side by side next to you, knowing better um, the tools that you need to use, and it knows your organizational context and data as well. Um, at first, Copilot is, as we said earlier, is just another language model like all the other Gen AI tools that you're using. However, this version here is part of your Microsoft 365 apps. And not only that, I can ground it to web or I can ground it to my corporate data. So I can get data from the web or I can get data from my organization files and content and so on. So let's try it out. Well, going to access Copilot in Microsoft Teams. This session is going to be 95% hands-on. Yeah, I believe that's what you expected as well. So on Microsoft Teams, if I go to chat and from chat, I click on Copilot icon, I'll be able to see the Copilot chat. We call this Copilot chat. And on the right panel here, I get to see the history of my previous conversations, where I can click here to hide it and get a wider space. Now, we said I can ground Copilot to either web or my corporate data. You see, even the sample prompts have changed. On the work, the sample prompts here says, for instance, what's the latest from, and then it mentions my colleague. But then if I switch to web, you see this is not the organization context now. These are generic and general prompts. Yeah, that's the first thing that we wanted to demo. Secondly, is that Copilot has access to all of your Microsoft 365 application through what we call Microsoft Graph. So Microsoft Graph basically looks something like this. So all the files you have in SharePoint and in OneDrive, all of the emails, tasks, events, calendar events, right? And then the groups you're in, and then the files you share with others, the files have been shared with you, all right? So all of this is Microsoft 365. Back to the demo. So I can basically ask Copilot to summarize, yeah, all of my emails that it has access to Outlook from within Teams, all my conversations in Teams and chats, and all the tasks that I have in Microsoft Planner, just to prove to you that from this interface, I can access information in Microsoft 365, and then Copilot will help me in searching and fetching information. If you want to learn a skill from today's session, before you do any task, ask yourself, can Copilot do it? And then go try it. Because the more you know about the model capabilities, the more you know about the model limitations, yeah, the better the result that you can generate out of this model. So there you go. I asked for summary, and then I got my email summary, and in a while I will get my task summary, and it's working on it. Now, the second skill that you need to learn out of this session is not only doing tasks by Copilot. If you're searching for information, let Copilot do the search for you. Use Copilot for searching for information. If this happens, this is the connectivity issue. It's the internet. Um, uh, all right. So let's wait for it to complete. And meanwhile, let's carry on just to save time. We'll come back to this result and see and see that it can actually access everywhere, all right, just to save time. Meanwhile, while Copilot is generating the content, let me tell you about the different flavors of Copilot. We have the free version of Copilot and we have a paid version for individuals, all right? But if you're a corporate and you want an enterprise version, you go for the Microsoft 365 Copilot. It's different than the Pro Copilot. It has more capabilities. However, the security and data privacy and encryption is the same. But then and this is the family of Microsoft 365, and we have more applications as well. For developers, we have GitHub Copilot. For Microsoft Dynamics, we have this one to interact with your CRM and ERP. For application makers and citizen developers, they can create applications or automate flows, automate workflows, and generate dashboards, reports using Power Platform Copilot. The techies, on the other hand, they have Microsoft Security Copilot. And now they have a chance to have a conversation with the network and get to see the indicators of compromise change via firewall rules and do query logs and query information using simple English through Copilot. So there are different flavors of Copilot, but the focus here today on this webinar is Microsoft 365 Copilot. You see, Copilot is for everyone. It doesn't matter if you work on a strategic level or a tactical level, operational level. We all can leverage Copilot. Let's take a look at the result of Copilot. Still doing this is trying to embarrass me today. And I'm gonna run it on a separate instance and get back to it in a bit. All right. Now, all of those images in front of you are created using Copilot. You see, now the relation between all of these different roles while they're using Copilot is the art of prompt engineering. And we have a dedicated webinar we ran yesterday, and there are other episodes on the within this month for prompting. Feel free to join there. There is the details of how to write an effective prompt and prompt engineering. But today I want you to remember four things. Yeah, for every prompt you write, you have to mention your goal and then add some context. If you want to create a product description, give Copilot more details about the product so it would know why you want to create this description and the technicality behind your product and so on. Who's the target audience? All of this context needs to be added. And then you can restrain and constrain and ground Copilot by specifying the source of information. If it was your internal your organization, then maybe you want to upload a certain document. Yeah, you want to upload a certain document and ask Copilot to generate content from that document. Or if you're going for web, ask Copilot to get data from particular websites. Yeah, don't leave it to Copilot to decide. You see, when you specify the source of information, you're reducing the margin of error, and you're reducing the margin of hallucination as well. Lastly, is your expectation. How do you want the tone? Do you want it professional? Do you want it friendly? How do you want to format the final text? Do you want it to be do you want it to be short? Do you want it to be lengthy? And so on. So this is your expectations. So for instance, you would want to let's say you joined a meeting and then you asked Copilot to summarize this meeting. But why you want to summarize the meeting? Weren't you there in the meeting? Well, I've joined a bit late and I want a brief overview of the key points discussed. But then to specify the source, I know that the project manager for this project that we're meeting about is called Muhammad, and I want to check if he asked for any changes. And then I'd add my expectation, which is, expecting a project timeline, yeah, and in a schedule and any changes suggested by Muhammad. This is a final prompt. This is an effective prompt. All right. So this was a quick intro to prompt engineering and a quick intro to Copilot of Microsoft Copilot. Let's see Copilot in action, right? So the focus are these main applications. But then if we have time, we will jump into or we will move into other applications to demo Copilot on different other Microsoft 365 applications. So let's begin with, for instance, Microsoft Word. Right, let me just switch my tenants here. Get my data ready. I'm gonna go for a new document. Yes, I don't want this one. And here is Copilot. You can't miss it. It's right here. Yeah. And if you don't see this interface, it would appear here on the body of the document as a small icon to the left of your cursor. So it's all based on prompts, right? So I can ask Copilot to, let's say, write a speech about, then I can mention a topic, or I can actually add a document, or I can reference a certain person and then ask Copilot to fetch information about that person or about something he said or he did or a task or something. And then I add the files that I want to work on. Maybe I want to reference a meeting, all right, or a particular email. So I can reference content by clicking on reference or by typing /. So for instance, let's say I have this document that talks about pros and cons of artificial intelligence. I want to create a speech about the pros and cons um, as an awareness session I will be delivering for the staff, for instance. And if you're concerned right now, or the question in your head right now about confidentiality and whether I have access and Copilot has access to what exactly, Copilot works as per your permission level. What you can access, your Copilot can access. So if there is a document you're not supposed to see, your Copilot will not see, in short. And on top of this, Copilot has this cool feature of understanding our data classification on the organization. So you see, we have what we call sensitivity labels. Every document has a label, whether it was general, all right, like this one. If I see at the top, this one is general, but this could be, you see, all employees is unrestricted, but this one could be confidential. The document that I'm attaching could be confidential. But the good thing is those sensitivity labels, they get inherited. So if I attach a document of a confidential state, the new document that I'm generating will inherit the label and it will be confidential as well. So you don't worry about that. Let IT worry about that. They create those labels, we use them, and Copilot will understand them and use them. So let's send this prompt now to Copilot and get our result. You see, it immediately understood and applied the same sensitivity label. However, the document that I used was unrestricted anyway. But again, it applied that public, that general label. Now look at the generated content. Okay, the pros and cons of artificial intelligence. And here is my speech. If I like it, I'm gonna keep it. If I want to add something, I'll click on the prompt and add a prompt to modify the content. But of course, I'm gonna need to take a look first. All right, pros and of artificial intelligence and so on. These are the pros, these are the cons. Yeah, and then conclusion. I'm gonna click on the prompt area just to show you that I can, for instance, add a call to action. Maybe encourage employees to do one, two, three, four, and so on. I'm just gonna keep it generic like this and send it to Copilot just to demo to you that I can modify the content after it was created by a follow-up prompt. So there you go. Copilot is creating. Yeah, advancement in health and so on, innovation. And if you don't like something here, actually don't go blaming Copilot. Go visit your prompt. Go visit your initial prompt. Yeah. And work on that one because that's what gets you the result that you want. You see, Copilot has access to all of your Microsoft 365 documents, its own training data, the web. So it can easily get confused. And if you don't pay effort in preparing your prompt, it will not pay effort in generating the result for you. You see, we always say it's a process, garbage in, garbage out. So you have to work on your prompting skills. You see, once I modified the content, I got two versions here. So Copilot remembers this is the first version that we created. This is the second version that we created. So you get to choose which one to borrow from some content or which one to keep. And if you want to modify the initial prompt, you click here on the prompt. If you want to regenerate this one, you click on regenerate. Get rid of it by clicking on discard, or just click on keep it to keep it if you like the content. But this is not about it. We have other capabilities of Copilot within Microsoft Word. One of them, let's say I want to display this content here as a table. I'm just going to select all of this content and click on the Copilot icon that appears next to the selected content, and then click on Visualize as a table. I'm going to click on Visualize as a table. Copilot will keep the existing content and it will add the table at the end of the existing content. And then it's up to you if you want to remove the existing content and keep this one or not. And it's the same panel. I can follow up with a prompt and do one of these or just keep it. But if let's say maybe I want to change the tone of this paragraph, I'm gonna select it, click on Copilot, and this time instead of visualize as a table, I will choose write a prompt, and then I'm gonna write a prompt asking Copilot to uh, change the tone to professional, right? Targeting, for instance, executives, anything that you want to modify. You write a prompt for it and generate. But remember, Copilot never generates the final result for you. Copilot writes the first draft for you. You have to check the content, validate it, fact check it, and all that. And then you are the owner of the final document. So there you go. I got my new content, all right? And I'm gonna click on keep it. This part, the old one, I don't need it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. All right. And similarly, we have another option here to auto rewrite. If I just want to paraphrase something, I just select it and click on auto rewrite, and it will rewrite this content for me. It's maybe something I wrote on a hurry, and I wanted to sound more professional or something, and just auto rewrite it. Maybe it has a full of lot of typos. I just auto rewrite it. So let's save this document as the pros and cons of artificial intelligence, right? Um, uh, for um, in order to reference this document from another Copilot, I'm going to save it to OneDrive. So I'm going to call it the pros and cons, and then I'm going to add speech it because that's my speech. Now, if this is an existing document, it could be a tender, it could be a proposal, it could be a new project, it could be an idea of an initiative, whatever. And now I don't have the luxury of time of reading every page on this document. I would click on Copilot panel at the top right corner of your screen. This will open the Copilot panel for me, where the first thing to try in every application when you open Copilot are the default prompts in here. And you know now, of course, I can write my own prompt in here to get the result that I want. So I can say summarize this document by clicking on it. It will write the prompt for me. I get to send it immediately. And I got my summary. But then now this document in let the tone be so and so and write an effective prompt, right? Okay, make the summary more formal or make the summary more casual. Copilot is always suggesting new prompts for me or other follow-up prompts for me to enhance the generated content. One more thing to do, maybe I want to ask a question. So if you have a question, like how can I more concisely describe, for instance, efficiency and automation, right? I'm just going to put this one there. Something from the document. It will answer immediately um, your based on your content. Even on the summary, you see, if you want to know from where it got this summary, there is a reference. When you click on it, it takes you to the paragraph and it highlights the paragraph that is summarized. And then one more capability in here is to generate an image. So maybe I want to generate an image of, and then I explain what the image is about. Or I can just say, generate an image that illustrate the content of this document. And then Copilot will generate like four images for me that I can use and add to my content. It's using Copilot Designer, which using DALI 3 from it's used DALI. I'm not sure which one of them from OpenAI to generate the images. And of course, you see, it added a couple of suggestions here. And if I want to generate more suggestions, I click on this icon here to refresh the suggestions, right? Refresh the suggestions for me. Omar, uh, at the end of the month, the team will um, check all the webinars you've attended, and then they will send you one email with all the links for the webinars you've attended. All right. This one usually faster than this, but I guess our internet today is a bit funny. All right, so these are the generated images. I select the image and I click insert. Yeah, to see it. Yeah, pros, cons. All right. And remember, I did not mention a specific style of images. I left it to Copilot to choose. I could have said real images. I could have said illustrations, but because I said illustrated, it created it this way, more of infographics. Yeah. So these are the different images that was created by Copilot. And now, if you don't even want to write a prompt, feel free to click on the mic and then whatever you say, it will be typed in here. There you go. It will be typed in here. It's just even easier now. Can a spreadsheet be added to Word? Well, um, yeah, yes, why not? Why not? All right. Let's say some, I already have some dummy data here. Let me just open my Excel. Yeah, you can ask tables. Look, I understood your question. I'm just taking it further, right? The thing is, if I want to analyze, I'm just assuming that you have data and you want to analyze it, right? Or write a speech about it or whatever. So I copied the data from Excel, and here is a Word document. I'm gonna paste my data in here. Um, Analyze it or tell me the story of this data, whatever I want. I prompt it, and then Copilot would understand the data and then generate the content answering my prompt. You see, but it has to go through all of this to analyze it. Because I said story, it actually created a story, right? But yeah, now you can relate. If you want financial analysis, if you want to see to analyze the performance, if you it's just depend on the prompt now. Is this what you mean, Al-Anud? Because if you mean that you want to let's reference an Excel file, the answer is no. If you want to reference within the prompt an Excel file, the answer is no. Within Word, you reference Word, PowerPoint, and PDF. Yeah. Table, yes, bring the table here to Word, as I did earlier, and then as I did earlier, and then select it, and then ask your ask. Did I answer your question? Yeah. No. Um, can you tell me if I answered your question or not, so I can move on? Abdul Samad, may I mute you? All right. Let's carry on. Now, what else I can do? Well, there's a lot that you can do. If you click on View Prompts, this icon in here, this takes you to the prompt library. If you don't know what to say, what to type, what else you can do with Copilot, you click on this icon and it takes you to what we call the prompt gallery. All right. So these are pre-prepared um, um, prompts for you. And if you want, you can filter them. You can go like based on task. I want to create. All right. There you go. You can create an image. You can develop a financial plan. You can create an attorney. You can manage team shifts. Yeah, create a schedule template for team shifts. Why not? Let's try this one. Yeah. So you click on it, and then here is the prompt. This is a proper prompt. See, as a storage manager in the retail industry, you have to define your persona first. Your task is sorry, the persona for the AI. Your task is to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then add some context, and then get the details that you want. There we go. You got the template. All you have to do is to copy it and paste it anywhere you want as the template. And I'm gonna click Control Z. My point was on the prompt gallery, you can filter the prompts by tasks, you can filter the prompts by department, and then get to see more details. Or click on See All Prompts, and then this will take you to the web version of this prompt library or prompt gallery. And now, on top of this, you can add an image and ask Copilot to do something about it. All right. So I'm going to add this image here. All right. And ask Copilot to extract the text on this image. If you have a scanned content or a screenshot you took from somewhere, Copilot can help you to extract the text. Details, the text was easily extracted. So these are the main features of Copilot in Word. Now, I'll move on to Microsoft PowerPoint if you don't have any question. Do you have any question? True, Alanud. True. The design is very good, and indeed it makes it easier to work on reports. Because as I told you, AI is not there to replace our job. AI is there to replace the repetitive tasks and allow us to focus on what matters. Yeah. So and by that it will help to help us gain extra hours. Yeah, which will allow us to think out of the box and be creative and innovative and achieve operation let's say excellence and operation efficiency. All right. Now, we've prepared a speech about the pros and cons of AI. And now I want to present this speech, or I want to present this, I will say this speech while I'm presenting a document on a meeting. I can't present from Word. I have to create PowerPoint. But you know the problem with PowerPoint. Choosing the right colors, the right theme, font pairing, and it's just nightmare. But hey, Copilot is there to help. So I'm gonna click on Copilot icon in here, click on Create Presentation, and then Copilot is offering help immediately. So I can write a prompt and ask Copilot to generate the presentation, or I can click on Reference a file. And there you go, the file we just created in Word, the pros and cons speech, and send that to Copilot. The right way is to write a prompt about it, yeah? Context. Who is this presentation is targeting? How long is the presentation? What's the level of information you want it to be there? How many slides do you want? The style of images to be generated within this presentation. So you need to write a proper prompt. But the good thing, Copilot agrees with you on the outlines first before it starts creating the presentation. It goes like, okay, I'm going to start with pros and cons, and then this one, and then this one, and ending with conclusion. Because if you want to change the order, you can simply drag the titles. And if you want, you can click on plus and add a new topic in here. All right. If this happens with you, close this window and open it again, and then you will be able to ask Copilot to generate a new topic. All right. So now, for the sake of this demo, we're gonna leave it as it is, and then we're gonna click on Generate Slides. Now, Copilot is understanding the content of the document we attached, and then it will create every slide, and when then every slide it will create um, title, content, and the images as well, suitable images for every slide, and it will create the main theme and design and template for your presentation. All right, give it some time. Now let's check if you're still alive. Now, in every AI tool, once you get your response, there's always a thumb up, thumb down button. Have you ever used them? I bet no. To most of you, yeah, most of you have never used them. You see, there is two types of people who uses AI. Those who consider AI as a tool, and those they actually don't get much of AI because they don't get the result that they want, and then they get frustrated and they let go of the whole concept. But then there's the other type who uses AI as a team member, a teammate, right? Um, and those they actually give feedback to Copilot the same way you give feedback to your colleagues when they're showing you their work, or you're their leader, or and they're getting back to you with task results and so on. Give feedback. The more feedback you give, the better the learning of the model, the better the results that you will get in the future. And one simple feedback is the thumb up, thumb down, whether you like this generated content or not. All right? Keep using that. Now, this is the content generated. I'm going to click on keep it. Let's take a look. From the first look, I can see it's my PowerPoint is a bit faulty. All right, there you go. I can see it generated sections for me, which is a nice thing to do. And then slide title, and this is the content. Yeah, AI, brilliant, and it's animated, and it adds presenter notes as well. For every slide, it tells you, you know what, on the overview view, this is where you go like, okay, today I'm pleased to address whatever, whatever, whatever. And then here you speak about this part, and from where it's getting this part from your document. All right. So let's see what it generated. It animated it. Uh, here you go. Sounds okay. But maybe I want to change the some of the layouts. Yeah. And if I want to change the layout and stick to the current theme, I'm going to click on designer, and then on from designer, I would get to choose different layouts. You see, if I hover, it will show me the animation. If I don't like this one, I want the image on the right. I click on the layout that I want, and then it will change the content accordingly. But then taking a deeper look at the content here, maybe I want to modify these paragraphs here. So once I selected Copilot appears offering help, I'm gonna click on it, and guess what you have here? You can auto rewrite, you can make it condense, or you can make it professional. If you want more than this, you can click on Copilot icon at the top right corner of your screen. And then from here, similar to what we did in Word. Either you want to create a presentation from a file or about a topic, you want to summarize this presentation, or you want to show the key slides of this presentation. So I'm going to click on show me the key slides of this presentation. And there you go. It said instead of those 26 slides, the key slides are 5. And I can even play them. I can immediately play only the key slides. good to go. And as we did earlier in Word, there is a follow-up questions here that I can use. I can upload an image. I can go to the prompt gallery and see what else Copilot can do for me in Excel. Well, it depends on the task. Well, sorry, in PowerPoint, depends on the task. What do you want to do? Do you want to edit the content? Do you want to prepare for something, catch up with information and so on, learn, analyze, design? What do you want? Yeah, you want to edit, click on edit, and then you will see different prompts that you can use by just clicking on them. Add speaker notes to certain slide, add a slide, all right? Organize the presentation or your thoughts, add a brand image, add a stock image, all right? And so on. Again, you can click on the microphone and start talking to the dude and ask questions and so on. Now, Jude wrote something. Let's read. If you need to certain color scheme design, we're able to tell to create a PPT based on that. Nice question. Brilliant questions. Brilliant questions. I was waiting for this question. Um, so the ask is if I have a template, can I ask Copilot to use the existing template in order to create presentation? The answer is yes. You just gotta have to you're gonna have to open the template first, all right, and then click on and ask Copilot to generate the presentation the same way we did earlier. I'm just passing the file and I'm gonna send it. And then I'm gonna click on generate slides. It will leverage the existing template and create the presentation for me. Okay. Abdul Samad said I use Open for coding my apps or SQL procedures. Oh yes, it's very good in coding, and you gotta try GitHub Copilot as well. Um, Abdul, I think they used to have one month or 2 months free trial, but then now they changed it. It's free but limited quota. Yeah, so go ahead, go try it. Right? I'm sharing the link on the chat for this GitHub Copilot. Right? It will, you just write the idea and it will not only complete the code, it will give you 10 different examples of code that you can use immediately. All right. So the reason my layout went to right because I was doing on the same template and Arabic content earlier. That's why the layout is from the right. There you go. So I used my current template to create the content for me. You see? So I hope that answers your question, Jude. Danielle is like, is it possible to create a PowerPoint presentation from a PDF file that is language other than English? Nice. Um, I am not gonna answer your question. I will try to do it immediately. Yeah. And let's figure the answer, me and you together. All right, Danielle, because I haven't done that before, but I'm not afraid to try. Okay, so this is my new presentation. This is my Copilot. All right. Um, it doesn't see my PDF. I was gonna create a PDF and then try it, but then I was like, let me try it. Let me try it here. It doesn't see my PDF documents that I have online. Oh, here it sees it. See, now we learned something, me and you, because I remember I could have I can see it. So it sees the PDF from this interface, not from this interface. So let's create the PDF. All right. So let's go to Word, and your request was to create different content, right? I mean different language, right? So let's generate a, let's say, or draft a all right. Okay, let's say list the tourism areas in and attractions of Qatar, and then describe with description with description and the best time of visit in Arabic. Right, so I wrote the prompt in English so you would all understand what would be the generated content. It's listing the tourism areas, attractions, and then I'm gonna keep this one, and I will save it as gonna give it an English name. I'm gonna save it as uh, Qatar tour. All right. Oops. I'm gonna save it as Qatar tour. There we go. Save and close it. And then give it a minute or two for Copilot to digest this document in order to show it to you. Oh, we're supposed to save it as a PDF. Tour PDF, documents, OneDrive, publish. All right, let's wait for it to save it as PDF. And now we can close it. Let's see it first. Yes, it's there. It's been saved as PDF. Now from here, I must be able to type forward slash. I don't have to go to files. I could have just start typing Qatar. I can see the PDF document now, and I'll ask Copilot to um, create a presentation from this file. Yeah, but the thing is, now it took the. Let me stop this one. Now it took the Arabic content and it will generate an Arabic presentation. That's not what we want. We want to create a presentation from a file, and our file is um, uh, English presentation. It's all about prompting. All right, it's all about prompting. Let's just do it again. Found some difficulty. Create a presentation from Qatar. There you go. In English. For a reason, it's acting up because I've done it from a Word document before, not a PDF, and it works fine. So maybe this one is a bit faulty today. Or no, Qatar in English. Ah, let's give it a try with the Word document just to validate why it's doing this. Then it doesn't want to cooperate with me at all, right? For a reason. Even without English or nothing, it doesn't want to do it. So in this case, I'm gonna go for a new document and try again. Because even without changing the language, it didn't want to do it. Now we're talking in English, sir. We said in English. Yeah, I'll do that. It's too late to stop it now. All right. So I'll say translate this document to English and then create an English presentation from the translated content. Please confirm if the language you'd like to use on the new copy of the presentation is English. Yes, translate. There we go. Yeah. So what it did is it didn't generate the content. It translated this one. That's what it did. All right. It used the translation service to translate this one, the existing one. All right. And we finally create a new impression, select create new presentation to get started. Let's see what it will do. No, it just wants me to do it here. And here it will not see my PDF. Okay. So we reached somewhere with your request, Danielle. You're welcome. Now, okay, we've seen Copilot in Word. We created a Word document and then we generated a presentation out of this Word document. Okay, we had one Excel table and we used it within Word to analyze the data and generate a story out of it. Okay, it took it literal, but yes, it did it eventually. What we're about to do now is to analyze data within Excel. Right? We don't want to take data outside Excel. So for instance, I have this data here. It's a dummy data. One way to interact with Copilot is to click on the Copilot panel. And as we did earlier, we're going to try the default prompts You're gonna click on suggest formula column, the first option in here, suggest formula column. So Copilot is gonna take a look at the content that I have, and then it will suggest a new column to augment my data. There you go. For instance, it goes like, you know what, those names are not correct. Yeah, let's trim the extra spaces, and then it suggests to add this column for me. Sounds great. I might keep it. And if you want, you can ask for another suggestion. And the second suggestion could be numbers related. Mhm. Copilot goes like, you don't have um, campaign duration on your data. So let's create the campaign duration. And here is the formula that it will use to create the campaign duration. Here is the actual data. If you want it, click on insert, and there we go. If you want data insights, you can click on show me data insights, or you can click on understand, which will summarize the data using pivot table or charts. At both scenarios, you're asking Copilot to analyze the data and come up with the analysis in the form of um, pivot table and sometimes pivot table and pivot charts as well. Depends on your data. There we go. It came back with the analysis of revenue by lunch date, and this is the story in here of this analysis. If I want it, I can copy it. If I want to keep the graph, I click on add to a new sheet, and then it adds the pivot table and it adds the pivot chart as well. Right? Click on back to data to go back to my actual data. And if I want, I can ask for another insight, and it will show me another analysis, right? But I'm greedy. I don't want it to show me, and greedy, and I don't have time. I don't want it to show me the insights one by one. So I'm gonna ask Copilot to add all insights to grid. So by clicking on all, add all insights to grid, Copilot will generate a dashboard of its own analysis. There we go. We got these different insights about my data and the pivot tables that generated these graphs as well. Brilliant, isn't it? But you know what's the my issue with this here is that this is Copilot analysis. Maybe I have my own report that I want to write. I have my own flow that I want to follow. I have my own ask. If you want to generate something, you just write a prompt here, and Copilot will answer with either data enhancements or graph or whatever you want. But I have a better feature for you. If you have your own report that you want to generate, go to an advanced analysis, because in advanced analysis, Copilot will generate Python code to answer your questions. So by clicking on Start Advanced Analysis, Copilot will prepare the dataset from your data, and it will wait for you to ask the questions that you want, and then it will answer the questions in here. So if I go like, I want to know I want to analyze the correlation between budget and revenue. So it's thinking, understanding my data, it will answer me here. Here is the relation, right? So sometimes the answer is a table, sometimes the answer is a graph. Depends on what you want. Maybe I want to visualize now the correlation between budget and revenue. You see, based on your request, let's try again because it went into a problem. There you go. It visualized it for me. So as I was saying, either type a prompt or choose one of the prompts suggested by Copilot. Okay. If Copilot ran out of ideas, you can click on suggest more ideas. So I click on suggest more ideas. It will look at the data and then it will come back telling me, oh, you can still do one, two, three, four. All right. Maybe I want to identify top performing campaign or analyze the impact of campaign duration on revenue. So my point is now you're building the report based on your questions in here. And I'm leveraging Python statistical capabilities in order to do this. It writes the code on the fly. So it happens that sometimes you might run into errors. No problem. Just repeat the prompt again. All right. And that was in short some of the capabilities of Copilot in Excel. Once you're done with the advanced analysis session, click on stop generating, yeah, and click on stop advanced analysis, and then go back to your data and carry on what you want to do. But if you want Copilot to apply color formatting or conditional formatting or sorting and filtering and all of this, this is the easiest thing that it can do. So highlight cells with value, let's say less than 600. I could have mentioned what highlight, red highlight, yellow, what's the font color, what's the front color, the fill color. So it's trying to confirm first. It says, oh, your ask is cell value less than 600. I'm going to apply the following format. Do you want this? Well, if you want it, you click on apply, and then it will immediately apply this filter, sorry, this formatting to your data. If this is not what you want, click on undo and or just Control Z. It's just Excel. The rest is just Excel. And remember, there is a prompt gallery as well in here to get to know more. What can I do with Copilot? These are all prompts for you to try. Yeah. Do you have any question for me? No questions? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That was a quick overview of Copilot in Excel. Yeah, we've covered now Word and Excel and PowerPoint. Let's go back to Teams and then we will move on to Outlook. All right. Now in Microsoft Teams, what else I can do um, other than other than fetching information? You can actually use Copilot on daily basis. Like for instance, what I do, I start my day asking Copilot, how is my day look like? Is it remembers how is my day look like in a table, and then you can elaborate more on the prompts. Maybe you know now it the agenda, right? To get me the calendar events, but then you can ask for the calendar events and the tasks and the unread emails, and you can construct a prompt that actually gets you everything in one table that helps you plan your day. And you know what's good? If you like this prompt, you can save it. Because if you construct a very good prompt, it will be very long. So you don't need to type this every day. Assuming, let me build this scenario with you. Assuming I want, I'll tell Copilot, generate a prompt. Yes, you heard it right. I'm gonna ask Copilot to write the prompt for me instead of me writing the prompt. Generate a prompt to and then I go like, how is my day look like in my table? Add my tasks and meetings and unread emails, all right, um, to help me prepare for my day. Yeah. Suggest time for me to work on every item. For instance, I'm just giving you a scenario, right? An example. So this is the prompt that I'm sharing with Copilot, and I'm asking Copilot to write the prompt for me. So um, okay, it actually performed the prompt. I don't want it to perform the prompt. I want it to generate a prompt. I closed it before it finished, so it will not be saved in here. All right. So let's do that again. Generate a prompt to achieve. Okay. Enhance the following prompt. You see, don't give up. Just try a different prompt. Okay. Enhance the following prompt and use prompt engineering in writing and to write an effective prompt for me. And then you can use prompt engineering as well. We have something called sectioning. You can add a section like this to section your ask from the additional information you want to share. All right. So here I'm gonna say add my unread emails tasks urgent tasks or today's tasks and my meetings to a table and suggest um, time to work on every item. All right. So let's see how, let me copy that just to be safe and send it to Copilot. Still trying to do it. Ah, now we're talking. You see, you change your prompt, you get your result, all right? So the prompt is organize my email and urgent tasks, today's tasks and meetings into a table and suggest optional time. Yeah, suggest optional time to work on them. Instructions, unread email, list all of them, all right? Urgent task, list all of them and highlight. So this is your prompt, all right? So usually this is the prompt you want to run, okay? And it's detailing that, okay, this is the objective, this is the ask, this is like doing sectioning. And here are your instructions, Copilot, to follow, all right? And this is a sample table format for Copilot. Category, details, so you can, and this is an example, all right? And additional notes. Um, that's all one prompt. Ensure that the schedule is realistic and allow for adequate time to complete each task. Include buffer period to accommodate any unexpected interruptions or delays. Just the schedule as needed based on the priority of the urgency of the item. This is a prompt. I dare that neither of me or you would write such prompt if we want to write a prompt to Copilot to do the same task. So let AI do it for you. Now I can copy this prompt, go to NU chat, run this prompt, paste it here, and send it to Copilot. There you go. I got my unread emails, right? Suggested time, when to work on it, and so on. So this is what I would do. early morning, yeah, urgent tasks, today tasks, meetings, suggested schedule. Now, the scenario that I'm building with you here is that I don't want to keep writing this prompt again and again every day. So what I will do, I will save the prompt. So I'm gonna click on, hover on the prompt, and then click on Save Prompt. All right. I'm gonna give it a title. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say daily planning. All right. Or day planning. All right. Day planning. And here is the prompt, and then I'm gonna click on save. You see, where does that go? To the prompt gallery. So if I click on the link, it takes me to the prompt gallery, but this time instead of Microsoft prompts that you see all the time on every application, I see my prompts now. I see my day planning. All right, just click on it, it applies it, and I can use it immediately. How to access this library? If you're in a new chat window, yeah, here is the prompt library. I'll click on the prompt library and it takes me to my library. I'll click on your prompt. Here is my prompt. Use it immediately. Yeah. And soon enough, you will be able to schedule prompt to run automatically on a certain time. The feature is coming. One more thing that I can do with Copilot is that if I have a conversation, a very long conversation, let's say maybe this conversation with Kareem in here, and then I want to summarize this conversation, I can click on the Copilot icon and then ask Copilot for highlights of the past 7 days, or even in Arabic, I can type a prompt and get the result. Or what is Kareem working on right now? And then it tells me, oh, Kareem is working on this part of the project. All right. And so on. I can ask highlights from the past 30 days, and then it gets me the highlights between me and Kareem, and so on. So this Copilot sees everything in this conversation. It can help me fetch information. But if I want to write something to Kareem and say, let's say I was wondering if we can meet up tomorrow, yeah, meet up this week, right? As simple as that, and now I want to enhance it. This could not be a small I and several other maybe grammatical issues, maybe just the tone that I want to change. Usually we take this to chat GPT and then we bring it here, but with Copilot, you don't need to do this. You can click on this icon, the pen icon, and Copilot will automatically rewrite it for you, but you can click on adjust and make it more professional, or make it longer or concise, or any of the different tones, or custom and then give instructions. So I'm gonna click on professional. There we go. I would like to inquire if we would schedule a meeting this week. And then by clicking on replace, boom, your message is ready to be sent. That's another thing that you can do in Microsoft Teams. But the good thing is, if you really join a meeting late and all of a sudden uh, you have no clue what they're talking about, you can access Copilot panel and then ask Copilot for a meeting recap, all right? Or summarize this meeting, or what did I miss? Or did anyone mention my name? So ask anything and Copilot can um, uh, summarize the meeting for you, or answer your question, or list all questions, or mention someone and then say, did this someone um, said ask for something, or what were the requirement shared, recap the meeting so far, provide more details about the hands-on demonstration of Copilot topic they discussed, or list the key features of Copilot in Microsoft Word. I missed that part. Yeah. So from the meeting content, from the meeting agenda, the meeting script, yeah, it will generate everything. You see, introduction, it says Ayman introduced the webinar, and then comparison. Well, Ayman did 1, 2, 3, and so on. And if you want to see reference, you click on the reference, and it tells you from the script what time, what was the actual text. Yeah. Let's try listing down all the questions, right? So if many of you asked questions, then it will list them down. Let's see how it will generate now. It's mainly me who's asking the questions because it depends on the transcription, not the chat window. Yeah, it depends on what's being said. Let's see. There you go. It's mainly me, but these are all the questions that I asked in the meeting. It doesn't read the chat, right? Okay. So Copilot can help you actually during the meeting, uh, before the meeting. Yeah, you can go to Copilot in the chat window, and let me switch because I don't have no meetings on this account. Okay, on this account, I can go like, okay, add content, and then from meeting, okay, let's say future of work with AI. Yeah, maybe this one, okay. Maybe I'll go like, help me prepare for this meeting. Go to all the emails and all the conversations and anything related to this topic, and it will bring them together and help you prep for an agenda for this meeting, right? And now because I'm running a meeting that I already did, it got me insights from the meeting. So could have been the ask could have been generate the or draft the minutes of meeting and action items. Although this is a webinar, there's no action items of this meeting, and then I type forward slash, and then I mention the meeting that I want. So Copilot can help you before the meeting, during the meeting, and after the meeting as well. All right. So there we go. Date was this one, and then this was the agenda. All right, these are the attendees from my organization. This is the agenda. These are the key points discussed. Yeah, these are the key points. Here are the action items as I requested. Do you have any question for me? Any question? No? Okay. So we've covered team. Let's jump into Outlook. So in Outlook, I've showed you summary by Copilot, right? But there are some other cool features. So for instance, instead of replying to this thread, I can schedule a meeting, right? So if this is a very long thread like this one, Yeah, it might take me from 5 to 30 minutes to schedule the meeting, setting the agenda and choosing the right time for everyone and so on. But not anymore, because now you can schedule with Copilot. I'm gonna click on schedule with Copilot, and in here, let the magic happen. Copilot is gonna add those on the thread title, and then add the email, the main email of the proposal, yeah, for this one. Create the agenda for the meeting, and then summarize the previous conversation, and even choose the time, the suitable time for all of us. Yeah, all I have to do is insert this one, modify whatever I want to modify, just send it. It took Copilot less than um, 30 seconds, yeah, to do the scheduling. But if the aim is to draft content with Copilot or draft email, I can easily reply to this email, for instance, and ask Copilot to do it. I'm gonna click on Copilot, and Copilot will suggest answers related to the previous email, or it will suggest, sorry, replies related to the context of the conversation of the previous thread or previous emails. Uh, so I can choose one of these, or I can write my prompt, and then ask Copilot to generate the email. So valuable insights, that is what I've selected. Valuable insights, thank you. And I got my thank you email. Very long email. This is not my style. I'm gonna click on make it shorter. So I'm gonna click on make it shorter. And Copilot will make it shorter for me. I can even change the tone to direct, casual, formal, or even write a poem if you want. So I'm gonna click on make it formal, and then Copilot will do the changes and it remembers the history. I'll just click on keep it now. To keep it, anything I don't need, maybe I just get rid of. All right. Copilot can still coach your writing style, whether it was yours or generated by Copilot, to help you have better reader sentiment, to help you write better emails by writing supportive emails to the team. So it will help you with the tone. It goes like, for instance, instead of I trust this message finds you both well. Maybe you say, hope you both are doing great. It sounds more personable, right? It gives you the reason as well. So tone, reader sentiment, some suggestions, clarity, some suggestions as well. If you like all suggestions, you click on apply all suggestions, and then Copilot will combine everything and give you a preview. Yeah. If you like this one, you just click on replace. So I'm gonna click on replace, and now I have my email replaced. Should have selected this one because it added it. Should have add the pointer where I want the generated content to be. There you go. Now we got it. I hope you both are doing great. So, and beside all of this, we have Copilot chat. Yeah, so you can open up Copilot chat and then ask Copilot to fetch information. Because one of the problems that we have is that if I search for a document in here, sorry, if I search for an email, if one of the people replying to my email has changed something on the title, that email does not appear. So instead, I'll use Copilot to fetch for the information. So I'm going to write a prompt and ask Copilot to fetch the information. Hello, Falah. All right. Do you have any questions so far? All right. So I'm asking Copilot to get me all emails related to Qatar Vision 23. You see, this search here, unlike the search box is keyword based. Yeah, it looks for the same exact keyword you typed here. This one is contextual search. It understands the meaning, and based on your prompt, it will get you anything. I could have asked for not only the emails, the conversations as well from Microsoft Teams. Yeah, and then I would get the details that I want, and then I can follow up with questions and fetch more details and so on. So maybe I go like, okay, find me time to meet with. That's one of the ready prompts. Find me time to meet with, and I'm gonna choose my um, let's say Beckham. Why not? There we go. Find me time to read to so it will look at our times, and then tells me, oh, you know what? For a one-on-one Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. is a suitable time, or 7 p.m. suitable time for all of you. He's in a different time zone, that's why. Okay. And then I can immediately send the invite, or I can edit it and then send it. So so many things that I can do. I just need to spend some time going to the view prompt library in order to show me, oh, these are the scheduling prompts, all right? These are the catch-up prompts. These are the prompts for you to ask or take an action, and so on. Okay, Falah is saying, just saying hi to Falah. Can we get the registered for this one? Okay. Well, the point is, Falah, at the end of the month, the team will see all the webinars that you joined and attended, and they will send you links to all of those webinars, all of their recordings, okay? And then once the whole campaign ends, we will upload all of the webinars to our website. So keep an eye on our website, which is techknowledge.com. And if you did not register on the other webinars, please do register to benefit from those 2 hours we're spending almost daily. Right. So, questions? All good? Are you still with me? Give me a thumb up if you stay here. This is a pulse check. Lena is there. Iman is alive. Omar is there. Okay. Thank you. Edison. Thanks, bud. On the chat window, we got something here. All right, then one question. Okay, in Excel, how to remove rows with missing values? Is this a Copilot question or Excel question? Yes, Farah. We wanted you to have a jump start on Copilot. Danielle, let's try it together. All right, and we're gonna figure it out together. If I tell you that I've tried it earlier, nope, I did not. So let's stress test Copilot. All right. So let's say I'm missing this campaign in here. It's not there. I don't want the Python editor. Thank you, Python editor. I want Copilot. Okay. And let's ask Copilot to straight to remove all let's say, yeah, rows with, should I say missing values or blank values? Let's try with missing values. Missing values. Let's see. Let's make it a very simple prompt, and then we can build it gradually. You see, when you write a prompt and then you don't get the result, don't hesitate to iterate. Yeah. Um, to enhance the prompt. So it goes back like, you know what? Okay, here are 6 changes to review and apply. I'm going to apply a filter on campaign name to show only rows where the value does not equal, and then apply filter. So it's going to apply filter on all of them to test where it is. All right. Let's see. Apply. Although that's not what I asked for. But let's see how it will react. Yeah, it did filter it. It didn't remove it. Okay. Um, that's one way to do it. Okay. Let me undo what it did and now change my prompt by saying delete all rows with missing values. Okay, you said you don't see Copilot on your Office apps because you don't have the license, right? It's giving me some excuses now. Okay, delete rows. Let me try with a different um, prompt. Check if any record has a missing or blank or just give it all options, null values, and then delete that row. Mm-mm. It doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to delete. So maybe you stick to filtering. It's good in filtering. All right. So we learned something, Danielle here. At my version, at the time, it's not deleting. However, way Copilot is going to change dramatically. All right. There will be a massive update to Copilot. Copilot is going to leverage and bring all the new models, all the new OpenAI models and the new capabilities that you use and like and compare with Copilot. And, ChatGPT is doing this better and so on, because there is a new model in OpenAI. So they're bringing the new models to ChatGPT. It will have the same capability. We're going to have deep search, the same deep search you use in ChatGPT. We're going to have reasoning. We're talking deep seek here, all right? The visual designer is going to be brilliant, right? You'll get to create images and then select areas of the images to remove them or replace them or change the scene, and you will do amazing stuff with the visual designer in the new Copilot. And guess what? Microsoft Copilot agents are on the heart of the new update, so you will be able to choose easily with the new updates. Unfortunately, no. I've tried that, Anu. As of now, Copilot sees only the data you opened in front of you, one sheet. Doesn't refer to other sheets. As of now, as of the recording, the date of the recording of this webinar. I know VLOOKUP is a hustle, but then you're gonna have to tell the story for Copilot. Copy at least the names, yeah, copy the names of the tables and say to Copilot, I have this table and then paste the names, and I have this table and then paste the names. I want a VLOOKUP to do 1, 2, 3, 4. It will generate the VLOOKUP for you. Okay? Even if you do it in Teams, it will generate the VLOOKUP for you. You're welcome. Okay. I'm gonna try something. I like those questions because they're challenging. So thank you, Al-Anud. Thank you, Danielle. I'm just gonna try something here quick. All right. I was gonna try it from Teams because back in the days it used to allow me to reference Excel file from here. Um, uh, but now, oh wait, I'm in a different tenant. Let's try it together. No fear. There we go. Okay, let's say use this document data and write a VLOOKUP. Why are you still using VLOOKUP? There is a successor which is even easier, which is way better than VLOOKUP. That is XLOOKUP. Go look it up. It's brilliant, yeah, and even easier to build. But I'm gonna stick to your scenario. VLOOKUP. Write a VLOOKUP function to retrieve those names or these names, and then maybe I want to list the names. Yeah. So let's see how it will react. There you go. To retrieve the data. Ta 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 ta. It created the VLOOKUP for me. Yeah, because I mentioned names. So without mentioning names, and if I refer, okay, back to your question. So the answer to your question, can Copilot work on two Excel files and get VLOOKUP data from them? The answer is yes, but not from Excel, from Outlook, from Teams. All right. So go to Teams and add the two Excel documents, and then ask Copilot to generate the VLOOKUP content for you. All right. You're welcome. Okay. So before we end this session, ladies and gentlemen, we have a certificate for you. It's an achievement badge that will be issued by Microsoft to celebrate the 2 hours you spent with me here today. And those are printable certificates and shareable on social media if you like. It's going to have a different title, but it will, a different name of the course, but then it would look the same. Now, to redeem this certificate, I'm going to share a couple of steps here on the chat window. And our next step will be, after redeeming the certificate, is to share with us your feedback about this session and give us your evaluation. Would love to hear from you. It's a chance for us to where did we do good and where we didn't, in order to enhance our future sessions. We have something here in the chat. Thanks, Khalifa, and I hope that in the future there will be training courses. Hopefully, Al Anud, in the future, yes, there will be. Let me just fix the name because you will need it for the evaluation. So my name is Ayman. Yeah, it's feel free to call me AI man or Ayman. But then my last name is El Khalifa. let's connect even after the training. If you have any question or anything to help with us all, I will be more than happy to help and assist. Here is my LinkedIn profile. I'm gonna keep it for you here until I get you the steps of your achievements. Just allow me a second to paste to you your achievement code and the evaluation code. Please make sure you redeem your code. Please make sure you sign in with your personal accounts because this is your achievement. So to redeem your achievement code, please feel free to follow the steps mentioned on the chat window to redeem the achievement code. To share with us your valuable feedback. Um, oh, really? It did. It's the same one. It's the same code, so it might get. Okay, let me do one thing here. Not bad. Let me change the code. Okay, I'm gonna edit this one and change the code, and it's the same one from yesterday. You can redeem it today as well. So the new code is this one. All right, the code is changed, Senor. This is the feedback form. I changed the code, Falah. All right. All right. Now, to know more of what we do, what other webinars we having for you, this series is about Copilot, but there's a plan for different other topics as well. Please follow us on LinkedIn and Instagram and so on. I'm gonna post our LinkedIn page in here. This is Technology Global. This is Technology Middle East, all right? The second link. And would love to hear from you. What other topics are you interested for us to run? Falah, we can help you with that. Just reach out. Yeah, but don't be AI man. That's me. That's my superhero name. Danielle, unable to redeem, sir. Okay. No, is it the same code that I just shared now? Did you use this code? Okay. For everyone in this call, Iman, are you there? Iman? Okay. I'm gonna ask my colleague, Iman. She's in the call. She sees all the comments in here. To send everyone the new achievement code in an email. All right, so you can redeem it later. So let me show you the steps of to redeem this. Yeah, what you will need to do, you will in short go to. Meanwhile, do the evaluation, please. Please make sure you fill the feedback form here. All right, please do. Now, you would go to learn.microsoft.com. And then from Learn, you will sign in with your personal account, and then you will click on your profile window, and then icon, and then click on Profile. This takes you to this page in here. From this page, you will click on achievements and then click on redeem your code. And then you will add the code here and click on redeem. Once you redeem the code, the certificate will appear under courses. It's going to be empower your workforce with Copilot for Microsoft 365 use cases. Don't click on the link unless you want to read more and proceed learning, because that's the course. If you want to print and see the certificate, you click on the print icon. There we go. You will get the certificate that you can immediately print, or from the previous interface, you can share it to either Facebook, LinkedIn, or send it in an email and so on. At the end, I want to thank you all for allowing me this time to present to you. Thank you for joining the webinar. Um, and I wish you all the best on your future endeavors. Please reach out if you have any question. We are there for you. We don't close our door of communication after the training and after the session. Um, have a good one. Cheers. Bye. Assalamu alaikum. We're going to see you again.
Bye bye.